Hey there. Yeah, we fixed the cam real quick. Oh, this is getting super annoying. I really have to kind of... Oh man, I really need to fix this cam issue. It's super annoying, like, can't tell you why. I know it just works. It's just bonkers. Yeah, it's just annoying me. Like, I just want to start here and get going just where we stopped. Yeah. So we're going to get into some music and get going. Let's go.
Bruta ES ist 2215.
Jo, das ist mir nicht entgangen.
Warum so spat?
Warum nicht? Ja? Wer will's mir verbieten, hä? Du? Guten Abend, Basti. Wie geht's dir?
Gut und selbst mein Lehrern muss ain't Krankenhaus.
Oh, was ist passiert? Ist ja irgendwas im Unterricht gewesen?
Hat sich MIT Ihnen Messer geschnitten?
Na gut, also mal jetzt eigentlich nicht ins Krankenhaus schicken, aber okay.
Use Lungs schreibt morgen ABI.
Oh, okay, dann viel Erfolg bei deiner morgigen Klausur. Hau rein. Ich hoffe, du hast gut gelernt und dann wird das auch großartig. Ja.
JA. Ciao.
of my cats just arrived. It's a little bit random. I love it then when he just gets inside from zone. Saves me the time to catch him. I don't like that. That also means that the door is open and I have no idea how he got in. So, you know what? I'm going to check that out. bites. Just looking for ticks. No fleas, no ticks. He's okay.
How's it going?
If I'm not stuck at trying to do things. Yeah, that's too generic. Yeah, if I'm not trying to get things that Unity seems to suck at, it's going great. Yeah. Now, like right now, I'm in here and I'm working on the sample, much more simple line renderer brush, and then I'm like, here, I can draw anywhere. Like you can see this. Yeah. I think this is great. I just finished this in I'm working on this since Monday, so I think the progress is great. Like I'm doing this, and yeah, it looks good until and you can set the color, values and everything in here for the next draw. And I want to customize it a little further. I see it didn't update, but I'm working right now on detecting any change happening in this component, and Unity just doesn't support it. Yeah, like, yeah. And now I'm trying out different ways to hack myself into this component. Yeah, and I'm using the debugger over here. Now it has this debugger, and I was like, hey, cool, I can just go in here, get every field and register a callback if this value is changed, then just call this function, something has changed, update. Yeah, that's all that I want to do. I just want any change, okay, update, something changed, we have to copy the values over here to the world and do other things. Then I can think about what I want to do there. Yeah, but first of all, I just need the point where I can say, okay, something changed. I don't want to go into specifics where I do something specific to any value. I just want to copy the whole thing over and be over with that. That's actually pretty easy. But then I go inside here and the whole thing is one container. And this is like, it's better to see if I do it like this. I go over here, pick element, and this whole thing is only this one container, and it doesn't support changes. So I'm really stuck at trying out different things to get value changes. This is of course a thing that a lot of developers discuss and need daily. I just wish I just always push this and say I wish either Unity would support it or C# at all, to just let us listen to changes to the things. Because it's yeah, I think it's just annoying to have to always program your own functions. Like I can do this because I call on validate, it's a Unity function. It's great that Unity does it, but then you come across things where where you have to try out your own way, and I'm a little bit annoyed about that one, because it's coming up several times, and it's a little bit repetitive that I come across the problem that I need to listen to changes. Then this EMGUI container, this is the old UI system of Unity, so this makes it even worse, because this thing is going to be obsolete in a couple of years. No one knows. They're probably going to recode this. The Unity once said that when they made their new UI system, which looks like this, and where you can see, okay, this is a field, yeah. Once they finish this, they are going to convert all the components into the system. And then I sometimes come across these EMGUI containers which are the old obsolete ones, and no one knows when they are going to take them out. And when they take them out, I'm probably going to get some user email then that this doesn't work anymore and I have to update it, and it's terrible. But yeah, it's rough. And it would be nice if you just could get the container. Yeah, actually here in the code I can get the container. Yeah. I can also get the inspector, the thing that draws it, but I don't have a method that just listens to any changes inside of here. I could just, I don't want to copy the whole thing and look if this is the same, because if you do it on a frame-to-frame basis, it's going to be not cost-effective. It's I think this might be the best way, but yeah, it's not cost-effective to validate the whole component. So yeah, I'm stuck here trying out different things until I find the worst solution that works. And going to take that then, and then people will tell me.
You're working late tonight.
Yeah.
Did you do other stuff during the day?
Not really. I was so yes and no. So I've been working. Then I did drive to sport. Gave sport for children with I have a helper, and she's great. She does a great job. She's around 15, and with her I lead a group of children just every Wednesday. It's not voluntary. It's actually paid, but it's not paid well. It's actually something that you do as social stuff that you do for the community. And after that, I returned from that. I actually did go shopping after that, so that took a little while. And after that, I returned and just.
Is it through a local community center or church?
Continued. No, it's let me try if I can find something in English that is an equivalent. Volunteer work. Okay, then yeah, it's volunteer work. I think it's not the same in America, but in Germany there, if you have volunteer work, I think there's a translation like honorable work. You do this as a good thing for the community. And the benefit is when you get paid, you don't pay taxes on it, yeah, because it's voluntary work. But it's usually not paid that well, so that evens out. Even though I think that when you're getting paid, because you can get back most of your taxes, which people might not realize, but you can get back a lot of taxes in Germany. I think real work pays better, but yeah. So the thing is, we don't take that much money for the participants.
Is there a website that lists all the options?
That makes it so that we can get the kids that normally wouldn't be able to come to a group and do sports. We are doing parkour sports. They normally wouldn't be able to do that, yeah. So we have also that kind of kids there, yeah, which is nice. How did you find it? No. That one actually, I've been doing this since 18 years. I do this on Wednesday since 18 years. No, yeah, since 18 years, and or longer. Yeah, actually 20 years. If you count, I was starting as a helper. I was doing this sport by myself. Then I became a helper, and then I became the trainer. Yeah. So I did the helper license. So you get a course where they teach you how to touch people so they don't fall down. Yeah. And then you get the trainer where they say maybe you have to kind of get a little bit into, don't make people sweat too hard until they die, and yeah, stuff like that, and warm up and stretching and get a little bit, of course. It's only a 3-month course, so it's not that deep, and it's also not full time. So I just did this at the weekend when I was in school, yeah, and got my trainer license back then. It's actually pretty easy. You just go there, they give it to everybody who just participates. Just need to pay the money and participate on every day in the course, and pretty much guaranteed to get the license. If you actually do sports, it should be easy, yeah. But yeah, that's how I got there. But yeah, the only thing I could expand my trainer to different fields here where I live to make more money. Yeah, but actually I'm busy with doing other things, as you can see. Yeah, so I tried to get into the gym, yeah, to work their part-time job, but they want full-time job only. So I haven't been able to get into the gym. Yeah, it was like a small dream of mine. Like, you go to the gym, I actually don't want to be trainer there. I just want to train myself. But yeah, it didn't work out. And this is the only thing I actually tried. Yeah, I could try to get into yeah, some kind of other sport activity. Actually, I did one time in swimming. Yeah, swimming. I also got
Yeah, a lot of trainers
gold.
seem to work out while they
a lot
train
of
as well.
trainers seem to work out while they train as well. It's actually good. Yeah, I think actually not. No, actually not. And it's bad. It's better when they work out themselves, because practice makes perfect. And as there's a lot of people who just train and then they let themselves go, just as human beings. I also let myself go a little bit all the time, every day, and we have to work against that. And then they stand next to the participants and tell them what to do and talk. Yeah, what you want to do in sports is train. And the noobs talk. Yeah,
True.
True. I think is it the same in programming? I've got a little bit like in my opinion. I haven't been doing that much teamwork. I've done much teamwork, but yeah, you can talk a lot in programming.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I don't do too much teamwork
do too
or
much
training.
teamwork or training. Yeah, I mean it's always easy to talk about. Hey, you can just find something in here to listen to a value change. It's not that hard. Everybody can do that. You just have to work hard. I don't know. Some bullshit. I think there's also people like that, who really think that one such a guy who really thought that when people set a new address and everything, he said, our guys always took 5 minutes for that. It's not that hard, yeah. It's obviously bullshit. That guy also worked really shitty. Actually, I cannot even call that work. He did just wasn't with the yeah, everything he did was pretty much low quality bullshit. Yeah, but I can imagine programmers talking a lot and still giving a lot of value. But I would say after a couple of minutes, I would have hard times following or not falling asleep. It's like in university. Yeah, okay. In the university, when I had some professors, there who would primarily just talk, and yeah, I would really have struggled following them. I really am someone who needs to see what they actually do.
Yeah, I couldn't listen to
Yeah, I
my
couldn't listen
teachers
to my
much.
teacher much.
I would have to read the
have
books
to
a
read
lot.
the books a lot. Yeah. So that's probably also to learning type. So I'm not even sure if the talking type exists. I think there's reading types, visual types, audio types. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like there's learning types of how people learn. And visual, audio, read write, kinesthetic. What the? Oh, you have to touch them. Okay, cool. I'm kinesthetic, so does that make me a good programmer? Yeah, I have to touch the teacher. Give me the programming vibes. And now I'm a vibe coder. Yeah, I'm definitely more the visual guy. Pretty terrible for programming. That's why I'm good at gaming, I guess. Audio is definitely. I actually am good at audio if people don't talk. Yeah, like you can yell at me really loud, and then I will memorize that.
You ever want to do
Yeah,
a gaming
read write.
stream?
I'm really good when I'm really deep into that and imagine a lot, but I'm really bad at just washing over a text. You ever want to do a gaming stream? Yeah, I would love to. Right now there's Doom, The Dark Ages, The Dark Ages, yeah. It has come out, and I'm a huge Doom fan. Yeah, huge Doom fan. Like Doom, The Dark Ages. I would really love to play that, but I don't have the time right now. Because I want to finish my project first.
I only played the
I only
original one.
played the original one. Like, the one you mean like Doom 1993? Yeah, like this one. Yeah, did it look like this?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I also play that one sometimes in my free time. I actually have that on my PC, so if I open that up here, like over here, like I have some old school games here. You can really see like Hexen Heretic, GZ Doom. These are both of them are pretty much retro from the 90s. Yeah, and here I have my GZ Doom, which is just an emulator. And I actually sometimes play that really just half an hour. Yeah, like if I put out the music, go in here. I actually have some autosaves. And then go into the secret level. Oh no, that's a stupid level. Yeah, I really love that game.
Oh, we can see.
But that's a shitty map. It's one of the worst maps in the game. You have to defeat the balance. Come on. Okay, number one. I think there's 5 here. And I'm out of ammo. I'm low on health. This level sucks. You see like flashes. Oh, you don't. Okay. You see. It's not recording. It's not recording. I thought it would. That's interesting. I don't know why. It should just show the monitor, and then I have to edit. Let me try to get into OBS. It's interesting because it should actually work.
Once you pause it, we can see it.
Yeah, I see it. Just looked above. Yeah. Damn. I think I have to get outside. I don't have a mouse. That's the problem. I can't get my mouse to work again. No. Yeah. Usually you see that I'm switching the monitor, but I don't see my mouse. That's annoying.
Yes. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay, yeah. I can just close the window again. I think now I have a mouse, okay. Let me just look why now. I think I have to specifically say that it has to capture the game, which is it would be okay if it would work. Like it flashes, yeah. Maybe it's because of GC Doom, I'm not sure. What? Let me try something. Yeah, I think it's. No, I would have to look at the settings. And now I'm dead. Okay. Yeah, this is something with the emulator. It's a great emulator, by the way. Yeah, it's a really great emulator. If it works. Something with the emulator, maybe. That sucks, though. Why? Let me just look if I have another option in here. No, it should actually work, and it just doesn't work. Could be that it thinks that it's copyrighted. No, I don't know. So currently I'm over here and trying to get this to work. Yeah, but once I start, I can actually see that it doesn't work here. So it should actually work just with the monitor. Yeah. Like going on the right one. Maybe you can change the method. It's really annoying me right now that this doesn't work. But one time I wanted to do a gaming stream where I just go through the whole series one time and play everything again. Like that would be great, I think. Yeah. to go through the whole thing, yeah. Because if you go through it, it's like traveling through time. Then to yeah. And to get good, maybe that would also be nice. I'm not sure if I can ever get good at the game. Ah, damn! It would be nice if I could get good at just playing the game. No. I mean, I would be good at showing the game. But that doesn't work. So I have no idea why it doesn't work. It's actually so annoying. Damn. Why? Yeah. So my guess is it thinks it's copyrighted, and that's why it's messing up. But that's a guess.
I use OBS and you can add desktops or windows there. Maybe try as a window.
Nope. I'm trying out different methods of recording. I use OBS and you can add desktops or windows there. Maybe try that window. Yeah. This already tried both here. So in here, this is window. Yeah, actually I have it in German, even though I tried to force English on it, but I failed, obviously. So this is window, and this is the whole display. I tried both of them right now, and both failed. So this actually should show the application, and this one shows the monitor. Yeah. So what I tried out is there's different options for the monitor. So this one, for example, tried out that to change the setting over here. Because I'm on the monitor, it's also swapping. But yeah, then these modes did not do anything. So I'm pretty much. Oh, there's more. Oh no. So I need to get this. Oh, I could OBS GZ Doom. I could try to see why that doesn't work. Uh-huh. Hmm. There's one more thing that you can do is to go into the options. try out full screen. Or maybe that would help. Oh yeah, then that actually works. Yeah, that works. But that's actually just a monetary solution. So I would have to play like this, which I don't like. Yeah, I like to play 40 80p games in full HD. No, in 1440p. Yeah. Like these. Yeah. Yes, now you can actually see what I'm doing. And it would be great if the level would be so shitty. So really, so this is one of the worst levels in Doom. This guy has way too many HP to get him down. It's the last one. But I have to say I'm a big fan of the first episode. So this is the second episode of Doom, the original. We don't have the HP to fight him head on right now. Ah, okay, we got him. Yeah, so it's actually an Ultan like bind. In here there are more demons. They're pretty strong ones though. And we don't have any ammunition. As I said, this is one of the worst levels.
You're good at this game.
Can we get anything? Oh dear. Oh, there's shotgun ammo. It's a chainsaw, we have that. Ah, okay. Okay, that's it. Okay, let's go in and die. Don't think I can do it. Yeah, that's actually one of the most horrible things. You're good at this game. No, not good. This level is just so terrible that you can just go down here and wait for them to come out. And I'm really down to 2% HP. So I have to wait for them to come out and infight. So what's really cool in this game is enemies. Oh, I can't. Oh no. Hey. Yeah, they don't infight because there's the same enemy type. Yeah. So it's really hard. I actually did this level yesterday, I think. No, not yesterday. It wasn't yesterday. But it's like yesterday that I did this. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Then into this node path. Don't waste any ammo. Don't get hit. It's actually pretty easy because you can just straight left and right and you will never get hit. But they telegraph their attacks pretty well, so you always know when a new attack is coming in. Yeah, that's actually one of the great things in this game. Where you can always predict when the enemy is going to attack, because you see that his arm is stretched out once he's going to decide to attack you. It's actually randomized, and every time I do an attack on him, I've pain chance based, pure luck based. That I'm going to stagger him when he's going to be staggered. You can see that sometimes he's trying to attack and then the stagger actually cancels his attack. Normally you would try to only get one time. Yeah. So, yeah. Go again. And continue. Trying to find all the ammo. And this time I did not get hit, which is a huge advantage, but 25% in HP is still very easy to die from. So, oh, I got some rockets. So I should probably, it's just 3 rockets. Let me try to at least adjust the window. I can't do that, I can't no, how? Ah, now I can. Let me try to adjust that. Ah, yeah, you can still see that. Yeah, okay, that's
Parallax
nice.
effect on the walls.
Parallax effects on walls. No. I think they have the parallax effect in the second Doom, but not in the first one. So I think this is really one of the worst levels. It's hard, but it's not good. Yeah, like this level, it's only hard because I don't have any ammo now. So you have to kind of rush in, get inside. Yeah, now I have some shells. Oh. And you see how many it is. Focus my shots on the left side first. Now I've won basically. The last one. Yeah, that's it. E2M9. Fortress of Mystery. On the floor? No, that's just a GIF. I mean, it's pretty amazing that they were able to do a GIF. It actually does damage when you step on it. Was just checking that out. It's pretty amazing that they were able to do a GIF in 1993 because GIFs are pretty hard to do. Now in the 90s, it would, if you would use GIFs, yeah, even though this is low quality, this is the real asset there. And in the quality for 1993, this is amazing, I think. This is absolutely amazing, and I'm still amazed to this day that this is possible. Like, back in the day, you would play like this, and there was a lot of trickery in the renderer. The renderer back then was very, very, very basic, but that's where the performance happened. That made it possible in that current year to even run the whole thing. So currently I should be able to look at the minimap, see that something is over here. So I open it up. Secret is revealed. And oh, we see a texture was moving like there. I think this is one of the few instances where the Doom design does not hold up. And then this weird puzzle happens over here, but that's normal, yeah. Okay, and then you get to the finish. And then you get into a normal level. These ones are some that I like much more, where you go in, you can blast them immediately. Get 3 on him, instead get 5 on him, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. It's a little luck-based because there's a lot of RNG in the game. Go in here and go back. Now things open up, and I like the feeling like you start here, you do something about there, and then you're like, okay, what do I do now? You turn around, you don't see anything, and it's back here, and it's that awe moment, like, oh, something opened up. That's super cool, yeah. And Doom has a lot of these moments where the level design actually surprises you in a lot of ways. Yeah. I think this is the same thing over here. Yeah, they do the same trick again. Like, you're looking around, what are you going to do? There's nothing to find, so I could look even further, but you wouldn't find anything until you go in here. See the switch. Switch raises this floor, so I can go over here. And there's still nothing to find. And it's really cool. But something opened up over there, so I should go and look, take a look inside. I actually have 212, so I can just sprint over here. Yeah, I didn't take much damage. And what is here? Another switch. Switch hunt. A lot of people say that it's hard to navigate, but I think it's really easy once you see the map. You have the mini map, so it's actually pretty easy to navigate. Inside here, oh, just shot his own guy. It's pretty cool. And then you can keep going and exploring. And it doesn't tell you too much where you have to go. Now, I think the design of the level sometimes doesn't hold up. Something behind this? Looks like something is behind. Okay. Normally, if a texture is different from the rest of the textures, it's a secret. So, like over here, this is going to open up. Yeah. You can actually see when they open their mouth, you can still take a step back. Yeah. You see that? You can still take a step back when they open their mouth. Because the attack does not happen immediately. So there's... If you know the tricks in the game, can do a lot of things much better. Yeah. So you can actually read the enemies if you try. I don't know what this switch was doing. We check again. Nope. And then the game also does the thing where it often surprises you. I think this is a really good example where you go in here, and I actually don't like the level over here. I need to listen to the sound. With the sound cues... Oh, I see him over here. With the sound cues, I can actually sometimes see if I activate an enemy. And the game is really good at spawning them behind you. Now, like, I go over here. You hear that? You hear a door opens. And I'm actually lucky over here that it doesn't open behind me, because that's what it normally does. And I think it would be over here. Oh yeah. I actually scared the shit out of myself. Yeah. And I really love these all the tricks and traps that the game does on you. It doesn't have many tricks. Like opening a door, you just go over a line, and the line is going to be a trigger event, and that's going to open up another area where it just says, okay, activate this area, maybe unsleep an enemy, and that's it. Oh, and it did it again. Yeah, I just heard something. Oh, it's a burn. Okay. Tight spots here. Okay. Ah, okay, I got him. Yeah, okay, that was actually clutch. I didn't remember it to be that hard. Yeah. But the game is pretty fair in my opinion. Like, you can always hear when there's an enemy. They show when they are going to attack. You can normally do things. even in this level, which is pretty hard to be honest. In this level, what I don't like about this level is that it's so dark and sometimes you don't see the enemy. But that's part of the game design. It's on purpose. It's not a coincidence. It's and you hear another thing opened. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to rush this level. Oh no. Okay, I got them. Okay, I was a little bit lucky with that one. Okay, let's go, let's go. Okay, I'm going to watch that level and then continue to kill. Let's go, guys. You're messing with me, huh? Okay, that actually wasn't good. Where are you coming from? There you are. Oh, the skulls, they are the worst enemy. I think that they are great, but they have too many hit points. It's a little bit annoying. Shoot them and they just don't go down. Even though they are that small tiny enemy. I think that's kind of meh. Okay. I'm actually not playing well, because if I would have been playing better, I would have gotten these goggles first, and they give you vision. And the worst thing is, I found them last. I think I'm finished with this area. Yeah, I'm finished with the whole thing. So let's go get out of here. I love how it just lets you shoot things. And for 1993, people probably don't remember how shitty games were back then. Like the best thing that we had were maybe click and point adventures, and even then they didn't come out that fast. Like the Indiana Jones franchise back then, they were pretty good. LucasArts games, I loved them, but yeah, everything was pretty slow back then. And there are the other goggles. I would have needed them.
I just play Call of Duty Mobile on my phone these days.
Oh, Call of Duty on the phone. Okay. That's interesting. And then the last thing that I was gaming was Marvel Rivals. Great game, but lots of time if you want to get good. Yeah. And with Doom, I also wanted to do some Doom mapping actually, and to learn how.
Star Wars games?
Oh, the Star Wars games. Yeah, I love them. Star Wars Battlefront. Did you play any Star Wars games? Actually, I should take headphones. Let me take a second, because you will hear the echo, which is a shitty experience. That should be better. Okay, let's try to finish this fast. I want to do some Unity stuff. Okay. Oh, I get the music in the headphones, but the sound is still on the speaker, so that didn't work. I think I would have to restart the application. Oh no! Oh, it got me! Oh, that's so mean. Oh, that's so mean. I didn't have a save.
I didn't play Star Wars. Are they coming out with any new ones soon?
Oh, yeah, they are... they are always coming up with new things. Yeah. Oh, damn. Okay, I'm going to quit here. Because the sound also didn't register. Ah, damn. Yeah, oh, damn. I wanted to finish with the win. But I finished with the loss. Okay. Yeah. So, and the Star Wars games, they have great games. Like Star Wars Battlefront. If they what did you play actually? It's more open world, but I think I would like to get the big screen Beyond 2 and play Star Wars Squadron VR. It's actually an amazing game, and you can do this in VR. And I think if you look at this footage here, I think this is amazing. Like, yeah, you're finally able to be an X-wing pilot. Yeah. I have to look into the details. I actually hate it a bit if...
Yes, cool.
Yeah, I actually... do you play Star Wars games? Or what was the last one that you did play? I would really like to try this out, for example. But I have to be patient with my own project, yeah, and to... actually have the money to get the big screen Beyond.
I haven't tried Star Wars game in a long time, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So what kind of Star Wars games did you play? Did you play the really old ones?
Do you have a VR headset?
Oh no, I would not currently right now. Yeah, that's why I said yeah. I would have to get a good headset, and actually I don't like the current headsets too much. Like the big screen Beyond 2. This one is the best headset, I think.
I may have played one when I was younger and rented it from the video store.
Ah, yeah, like then how yeah, then I don't know what was it like. It could be Dark Forces?
Like Super Nintendo or something.
So this, for example, this is a Star Wars game. This is actually based on a similar engine as the Doom engine. It's actually not the same engine, yeah, but you can see that the inspiration is there. Yeah.
Yes, looks similar.
Yeah. So I think it's their own engine. Yeah, I think it's their own engine. They programmed it, but I really like the vibes. Yeah, like that you have here in the game. We really would like to play the game, but yeah, I don't have the time. Even though I'm absolutely burning for those games. And actually, if I would play the games, I would like to make maybe a YouTube video about how they made this stuff and how to do your own mods or something useful, something that's not there at the moment, because I think entertainers they are plentiful that can cover this stuff better than I can. So I would digress to do that stuff, but going in there and maybe explain how they did that and do own level editing, it's something cool that I would really benefit from myself. Yeah, as you can see, okay, these are the challenges that the developers were running against, and maybe I can take something from that and teach other people. Yeah, but I think this would be my big dream if time exists. Yeah, but clearly I will do this. I'm 100% sure that I will do this after I'm finished with my project and to do a couple of brushes and my game. Yeah, and I actually don't like that I have to say my game. Yeah, that's why I also think I will go into company soon again, since saying this is my game and not our game with the team or so. This is something that's allowing me a little bit to work on. It's a little bit too selfish for me. Yeah. Yeah. And also X. No. Star Wars TIE game. There's an old TIE fighter game. Maybe it was that one. That's how it looked like. As you say, like Super Nintendo or something. So I don't know. And this is how the old games look like. I also had one on a joystick. It's pretty hard to find the game actually. I have no idea. X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. Okay. And that's actually an animated series. I don't know what this video is about. But there's so many games. Oh, I think this was a great screenshot actually. There we have it. All the Star Wars games. There's just too many of them, yeah. This is how many Star Wars games are there currently. It's like, yeah, you can't play them in a lifetime anymore, I think. It's how much they expanded. Yeah. I actually played a couple of these, but there's many of those where I have no idea what they are. I think this is a book, though, so I don't know. Okay, this is I don't know what this chart is. This is a relation chart for I don't know what he's going to say, but oh, there's Dark Forces, Jedi, Clone Wars. Republic Commando was great, absolutely amazing game, great programming. Yeah. I think these. Yeah. I think the most time that I spent gaming was on Star Wars games or Warcraft and StarCraft. Yeah. Like this is really where I spend most of my time. And I think that's also due to their great modding tools and programming. Where you can really see how they do things in their own editor. Which has always amazed me. To this day, today I think it's even more amazing what they did back then in the day than today. Today it's like, yeah, this is the standard that you have to do. But if I think back to,
I played a lot of those too.
Yeah, if I think back to Warcraft 3, that this came out, Warcraft 3 release year, I think 2002. 2002. Oh yeah, spot on. Okay, but I knew that one. That it was released in 2002, and let's look at the development time. There's a lot of content in that game. When did they start? Early 1998. Huh? So they started in I think they started in 1998. Okay. Development. How that goes. I'm so bad at typing, I'm sorry. Oh, it was so amazing how fast they pushed the expansion out. And this expansion the expansion had such a great value. The Frozen Throne, it was just amazing. It was released on July the 1st. They did the expansion in less than a year. So it's a full year from release to release, but they didn't. I think they took a month off after after the main release, and then they immediately jumped into the Frozen Throne, and they did this in just 9 months. And if you look back at how much story was in there, how much for everyone, for the programmers, they had a lot of stuff to do because they expanded the mapping system, the editor. They made new functions where you could then build your own UI functions, and that was new. And they made a big deal out of it. They expanded the BattleNet functions by a big a lot of new things. They prepared for the first things for World of Warcraft, actually, which they tried out in the campaign, where they added packages in that you could download and then play. And they did this for free, and this was the first time that I ever saw something like that. I think that was super cool. Yeah, they included new heroes in updates. They did updates, regular updates. That's something that I think people forget how much value this was. And all these magazines here, the critic scores, everyone who did not give them like 100% should be ashamed. Like, this was really a 10 out of 10 game in gaming history. It maybe even programming history, because I think the value that they delivered with this game was amazing. And you could go inside, and I know in the editor how many fields each unit had. You could customize your own abilities, program them in, and hack your own abilities inside, which they did with Dota. And it was absolutely amazing. Just getting there, that they not just had all these possible fields and so they made it so that they had them ready for a full production and put that out in time. And I don't know, you only get this when you have real developers in charge, and they let them do what they actually want to do. And then they came back for the reforged version. Some of the people who worked for Frozen Throne said they had been rehired for the remastered version, and they wanted to do new maps. And they worked on the maps and worked out the concepts and things. And then their contracts were just ended because they redecided in the higher ups that they did not want to spend that much money and just ended contracts, which is one of the worst management ideas, like to put people into a team and then think, oh no, that actually is too expensive. And then you shouldn't hire them in the first place. So I guess these times are over. I don't know how it is with the current release. Actually, I'm a little bit disappointed that it doesn't say when they started. It doesn't mention the year, so I have no idea where it gets the development time. Let's see how many people worked on this. Yeah. So this this would be interesting in two different ways. First of all, the whole team, and the whole team and just the programming team. Oh, Team 1, yeah. Actually, Team 1 is a tragic story. Yeah, I think this is the team that did it. They are the team formed after the release of StarCraft Brood War. And was the single team up to World of Warcraft. So the team that they had back then from StarCraft Brood War worked on Warcraft 3 Reforged, but it wasn't the same team anymore because lots of developers already left. But I think the teaching they live on, the teachings live on, and they then managed this team so badly that they after that the Team 1 was dissolved. Yeah, and that's the tragic end of Team 1. Yeah, 2020 they dissolved the team, and many ex-members founded their own studio because they've been very angry about the management. Unfortunately, we don't get how many programmers worked on Warcraft 3. I've read some blogs, but yeah. Programmer count. I don't think we ever get it. It's not specified. The team was small, likely consisting of a group of programmers. This is just speculation. No. Unfortunately, I don't see a good source on that. I think we could look at the game credits and then we could just count them, but then I would have to install the game and look at that. Programmer and scroll. Maybe I can find something. Nope. 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 Unfortunately. Yeah. But normally the core team is about 12 developers. Like you for something on this scale, you need 10 developers at least that are really good and cracked up. Yeah. And for Warcraft 3, what the special thing about the developers was that they already knew the game very well They did Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2, StarCraft 2, StarCraft 1, and then they did Warcraft 3. So all the knowledge that they had from their previous projects did go up into their new project. So with you have to also see that they did not just work with that on with a small team. The team was cracked. Yeah, at something. Yeah, you have guys with 10 years of cracked experience on games. Put them into a new game and they do the great results. Can you do that? No, because you don't get to have 12 developers for such a long time nowadays. Because everybody just mismanages and loses his developers too fast. Yeah. So that seems like the core issue. Okay, I want to try to get something more done. Probably not going to get it, but I was just distracting myself one time. Yeah. But for today,
Okay, yes.
it's okay. It's okay. It's my call to distract myself. It would be more okay if I wouldn't be stuck right now. Yeah. I wonder if those programmers also had to, yeah, just sit in front of their, they didn't have to sit in front of their PCs and try to listen to a value change, because they could just get into the source code and make that possible if they needed to. And I think that this also adds a little bit up to development time. I just can't go into the source code and give me the methods that I need to make them work. And it's always the same here. Whenever I try to find something by myself, I don't find anything to just listen to. And then I ask the AI, do you know a method? And just say just listen to every button in there or something. And then I'm like, yeah, but I don't have access to that container what's inside. So I'm really stuck here, trying to read out everything in this container and listen to it. Yeah, that's a mess. I'm still have the opinion it would be great if that would be just possible for any variable to listen to variable changes. You can call that completely dumb, because they would immediately mess up the runtime and execution time. I would be great if the compiler could figure it out somehow to just make it work. Only if you listen to the value, then If there are some events triggered, and if not, just strip everything. I don't know. That would be great. But then I would need another language. I don't even know if there's a language that can do that. But yeah, this would be on my wish list for Mr. Santa for next Christmas, please. Oh, I got something. Just by finding in the internet, looking into the internet, I was like, oh yeah, track value, that would be working. So yeah, that works. We got something.
You figured it out?
The internet did, yeah. So yeah, so I knew this method existed. Track the serialized object value. It just didn't come to my mind. So once in the sec that I did read the method, I was immediately like jumping on that, like, yeah, okay, that need to try that out. Actually didn't know if that would work, but I can see here, I still have to try out every value here. You can see that I just write a message if I change a value here. and now I can just listen to that, and that's a good starting point for next time. Yeah, and it seems like this is really just for every field. But the bad thing is, the good thing is it works, it's feature complete, yeah. That's exactly what I need to do. Now I can just go, and every time I do a change in here, every time I do a change in here, I can go and say, please change the color of all these things in this scene. Purely the thing is you draw things in, yay. I want to have the same colors in here. So you change the color over here, and you see in the scene it's still the same color. Actually, it doesn't detect that I changed anything, so it's still drawing it's the same color. Only if they start the new line, it will then go into the new color, yeah. So we need to react on this change, yeah. That's why I was like, okay, I want mainly to react on the color, but I'm too lazy to go through all the fields and make a huge class that goes through all the fields and checks, did the position change, did this change, did this change, did this. So I'm just like trying to find a generic way to do that, because actually it's not just laziness, it's also more safe if anything changes from the Unity team. Yeah, so we have a great starting point for next time. But I'm going to call it a day now. So thank you for tuning in, and this making me play Doom a bit. You too. Have a nice night. I think it's your evening right now, so have a nice evening, and thank you for tuning in. Have a nice time. Bye. See you next time.